Welcome back to NASCAR 25 Career Mode. We're back for another episode, and we are super speedway racing today. We're going to Talladega. What we're going to do, first and foremost, is turn this down to 13% because we don't want to just go out in front and do the yo-yo for an hour and a half because that's boring and nothing really happens a lot of times at super speedways. So we're going down to 13% for these races. We just get the hardcore action, and it makes it a little harder. Like, we've won a lot of these races at Talladega and Daytona, just because it's kind of easy. This makes it a little harder if we're further back in the pack to not have the time to work our way to the front, maybe. So we're going to make this challenging. At least for the rest of the super speedways here in NASCAR 25. Work on the cars here. Normally, I might try and do, like, repair this body here, but we have $1.4 million right now, so I'm not super worried about it. And we don't have the money to do anything else. Oh, we used exactly our work points. That's pretty impressive. There we go. Got this car ready. We'll have the next car ready for, I think it's Texas, but I could be wrong. And we're not going to hire anybody. Over on the Cup side here. We're not going to hire. We've worn out parts, but we will buy those when we get into the other screen. I don't know why it gives me 2 spots to do my work for the week now. It's a little confusing. These 2 cars, it is Texas next, by the way, are ready to go. We'll start work on our car for whatever this third race is. It is Kansas. Then we have the All-Star race coming up as well. We're going to get another car all the way to maxed out here. There's that. Our fully maxed out car will jump in to use next week at Texas. And that's all we can do for now. Oops, don't go back into it. So 900 is the top for a Cup car. Good to know. 840 is what we have going today. So that's that. We're all set. Let's head to Talladega and get this thing underway. All right, we're here in Talladega. Jack Link's 500 for Cup side, and then some other sponsor, probably like 400 or 350 or something for Xfinity. We're gonna skip practice for both sides. 300 for Talladega. The Ag Pro 300 is what Xfinity is. And then, honestly, I think we're just going to skip the first part of qualifying because I think we're going to do 2 laps. So I will see you for the second round of qualifying. All right, this is second qualifying. We're coming onto our lap. We were fastest by like 3/10 in the first part of qualifying. Let's do it again here and put ourselves on pole, which is usually where we sit at the super speedways. I don't know what the AI do that makes them so slow, because I don't ever put a setup on it in super speedways. There's no reason to. Being faster than the field doesn't really help. Come through turn 3, turn 4. And hopefully, I think this will be our 3rd win of the season if we can win here at Talladega here on the Xfinity side. It'll tie us with Allgaier at the top and hopefully give us a good chance to really put a gap between us and the line going into the first round of the playoffs. That's what we're...
Awesome run out there.
We are on pole. That's what we're really looking for, is a big gap so that we can make it through that first round. The first round is just tougher tracks for me than later. So hopefully if we can put big gaps in to the line in both series. We are around at Phoenix in both series. We're on pole over the RCR guys, Love, then Hill, Gray, Creed, Allgaier, Mayer, Quapple, Zilich, and Burton. Alright, this is the second round of Cup qualifying. We qualified 7th in round 1. We'll see what we can do here for round 2 as we head on to our lap. This is the, we're talking about the gap to the cutoff line for Xfinity. We're not going to be as far ahead, probably, in Cup as we are in Xfinity. Just, we have a better Xfinity car than we do Cup car. Although our mile-and-a-half pace this season in the Cup car has been insane. So we'll see with 2 mile-and-a-halves coming up with Texas and Kansas if we can keep that insane pace up. Maybe we can get a few more wins and like it give us a good gap. The thing about the Cup side though is there's 4 more drivers in the playoff field than Xfinity. There's an extra round too, but that first round might be a little easier to get through just given the fact that there's more drivers on the Cup side. You'll have a bigger gap if you're towards the top. Top 5 will qualify 5th on this side. We swept both races at Daytona to start the season. We're right ahead of Blaney. We got Penske on the front row with Cindric, Logano, Elliott, Byron, myself, Blaney, Wallace, Reddick, Bowman, and Larson is your top 10. Let's go see if we can sweep this weekend as well. Here we go for the Xfinity race. Horsey car up today.
Here we go. Start it up.
See if we can take it to victory lane. Race is only 15 laps with the 13%, so like 4 laps maybe for each of the stages.
Be ready. There's the green flag.
There we go, green flags in the air. We'll see how many laps the stages are. It's going to be a sprint. We're out in front right now. We're going to have to stay there 3 laps for the stages. So let's see if we can stay out front for 3 whole laps. I think this is going to make these races a lot more interesting and a lot more competitive with the shortened stage. Because if I get passed by anybody, we're on 2 to go immediately. And we got to start trying to work our way back around and find our way into position to get a stage win and or a race win once we get to the final stage. We're doing well right now. We've got our nose out front. Jesse Love hasn't been able to make much of a run, but here he comes on the outside as they start to push and we get up to speed here. He's got Taylor Gray on his rear bumper. We've got Austin Hill right behind us. I guess I can pull up the running order here. Love's going to get hung out to dry though by the Toyota there. He's got Allgaier and maybe that's Quappo with him. I couldn't tell who was behind Allgaier. Now Allgaier's trying to make a move. We got 2 to go already with our 3-lap first stage here. Hill pushed us back out to the lead. They're 3 and almost 4 wide back there behind us. We're going to try and slide up to Block Hill. He's going to go all the way to the top. He's got Love on his rear bumper there. Teammates trying to make a move for the lead. We're going to drop back down in front of him. I think this is Mayer. I like this bottom line better than the top line.
4 wide, 3 wide.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Creed on the back of Hill. That wasn't even Love. They're not. They were teammates, those two, but not anymore. Mayer's going to give us a little bump as we come to the white flag for stage 1 here. We'll nose back ahead of Hill.
Great job. You got the lead. You're up top.
Might have been a little early to make the move for the lead, but
White flag right
we
here.
shall see. They're going to have a whole lap to try and get a run and get back by us. We'd appreciate it if one of them got to us on the back straight so we could get a push to the line. We'll see. They're starting to build up the momentum out there. It's not very organized over there. Oh, here comes Almirola up the inside. Somehow it got left open, and he is charging up the inside. We're going to drop down in front of him. Stop that charge in its tracks. I think they're 4 wide behind me.
Outside door.
Here comes Mayer to the outside. We're going to need Almirola here to give us a push. Tillage is pushing Mayer. Almirola, come on.
Off the lead. Let's get it back.
There it comes.
3 wide.
Big push. Oh boy, sideways. And he's going to nose us back ahead for a stage win.
Right there.
10
Yeah,
points
right.
for us.
Pit road is open.
Nobody else is pitting. We will also not pit. We do have 4 times tire wear on, but with the race being 13%, it's probably going to be just 1 pit stop for everybody in the field, I would guess, unless there's cautions and stuff. Even then, still, we only really need fuel. Tires don't matter that much. Back to racing here for stage 2. Going to be another 3-lap stage here. Kind of forgot to shift there. That was smart. That'll give Sam Mayer the lead. Zillage is going to go with him. Big gap back to Love. I kind of jump up and break their momentum a little bit to try and keep that gap bigger, but this is where my foolishness is going to make these short races hard. We dropped all the way back to 8th already because I didn't shift. Now we got to pass 7 cars in 2 laps. I mean, we'll see. If I get a good run, I can probably just drive around all of them, but we shall see. We're going to go high or middle lane. No, maybe not. I was going to go middle lane, but then the 8 pulled out of line, so Wallach is not going to get to the bottom, so we're going to get up the inside of him. We're going to be 3rd in line already with a big push from Almirola. We kind of hurt his restart too. He's going to push us into this 2nd lane. 2 to go. We're 4 wide. Oh, boy. Almirola almost just turned us. That's going to break our momentum. Oop. Trying to get down behind Burton, but he didn't quite clear me like I thought he was going to. Means we're going to pull up in front of Seek here. He's going to lay the bumper to us, get us out in the lead again. I didn't exactly drive around everybody, I just kind of drove through them. It only took like a lap. And we got Mayer behind us. Sieg on that outside kind of middle lane. Looks like Zillage is the 3rd lane, and then there is a 4th lane back there. Can't quite tell who that is yet. But we're in the lead as we come to the white flag for stage 2 here. Mayer behind us. Nobody's made a big move there for most of the 2nd lap. We'll see if the 3rd lap is different or if we're just going to get lined up here. Burton's going to pull to the 2nd lane there, trying to make a move to the outside. He's got Quapple going with him. Almirola back there as well on the move. Here comes Mayer to give us a push down the back straight. Burton's still out in the lead. Fuel light comes on. Everything's happening all at the same time here. We nose back to the lead. That might have been a bad push, though, from Mayer. That they're going to get another run. I'm going to need another push to get to the line first. Here comes the 1 on the outside. Is he going to get there? He's going to get there. Come on, Mayer. Late push. Oh, we got 2nd. Everybody's going to come down and pit. We will do the same. Ooh, is everybody going to get tires? I don't think we need the tires. We're not going to put tires on. I'm just going to fuel the car. I don't think anybody else is going to take tires. I don't want to go to the back. We have no idea, but Quapple's going to drop back to 2nd. We're going to move up to 1st, so he may have taken tires. I don't think it's going to matter one way or the other. Back to green here for the final stage. It's going to be an 8-lap stage here. Well, 8 laps after this one, so I guess a 9-lap stage. We actually get up through the gears this time, we don't forget. We should have just enough fuel to get to the end. We might actually be a little bit short, which is not what the thing said when we were pitting, but sure. Spotter wants to make sure I'm staying low. We're doing such a thing. The 1 to our outside. No 3rd lane yet, it doesn't look like, but I'm sure they'll be here soon. The 1's going to get a push from Mayer. We're going to have Almirola behind us. Now Mayer might be making that 3rd line as Allgaier drives through. Gets to the back of his teammate. Here comes a push from the 19. That might get us back to the lead. And it does. Almirola now jumps to the middle lane in front of Quapple. There's a third lane forming with, might be Burton and Allgaier. Split up just a little, maybe make those higher lines think about it. Now we're just going to get left out as the 00 drives around us on the off the nose of the 44. Brennan Poole going up there with Sheldon Creed. Thompson's going to give us a push, but we're going to be behind Creed for the moment. Might be good if we're just short on fuel. That'll give us a chance to save a little bit. Three wide as we come back to the line here. It's going to be 7 to go. We're going to push from behind from the 26. Also pushing the 00 ahead. As we go back to second, Creed in the lead. Our little 3-car bump momentum has kind of strung out the field just a little bit. There's another bump, there's another bump. Oh boy, Thompson's all over me. Big push is coming. And we're kind of single file in here in the field as we start to push the pace a little bit. Single file all the way back. We're going to be pushing on Creed. He finally slides up. We had too much momentum to go with him, so we're just going to go to the bottom and drive to the lead. Yet again. That's our best lap. It helps when you get a draft and you're getting pushed. There goes Thompson to the top side. He wants nothing to do with us anymore. He's going to jump up there with Creed. Almirola's going to stay on the bottom with us. He's back to our rear bumper again. He left us earlier. He's going to do it again. Oh, maybe. He keeps looking like he's going to. Sieg's out there. Yeah, there goes Almirola. He's had enough of us again. This is how the yo-yo begins. You get to the front, and then they decide they don't want to push you, and then you get to the front, and they don't want to push you, and you just kind of yo-yo back and forth. Quapple has a little moment there off of 4. Here comes Allgaier to give us a push. Get underneath Almirola and retake the lead here. 5 to go. Just continue to wrap the bottom. Allgaier actually got us out in the lead by a little bit here. Almirola and Thompson are the leaders, it looks like, of the other 2 lanes. They're starting to gain some momentum now down the back straight without a push. Jesse Love's going to move around Allgaier. We'll move down to stay in front of him. Kind of slide up and push Allgaier back as well. Thompson to the lead. I don't know who's pushing him, but we're going to get another push from Jesse Love to go back to the lead. And there's cars pitting? Question mark? Why? Oh, there was already cars pitting. I didn't even notice it. All right, we're going to have to come in the next lap then, because we're just going to win if we don't. I don't want to win that way. That's cheap. Oh, never mind. There goes Allgaier. Up into the wall.
Caution. Pit road is open.
We're going to have to come down for a splash.
Let us know if you want to change this.
Half a can. We're going to have to drive through the field, I think, a little bit, because all those cars that pitted are going to stay out. Oh, only 9th. That's not bad. Love is going to move to the front now after he just came down and pitted. We should be able to drive back through these guys. Is it going to be 2 or 3 to go when we get back to the line? So we get up through the gears. 2 to go at the line.
Stay low.
Get 1 extra lap from the advertised distance. A little bit of NASCAR overtime. So we look to try and get our win here at Talladega. Ty Allgaier at the top for most wins in the season.
They're outside. Outside now.
Building up this momentum. We're going to look to the inside of Baccarella. We're going to get there. Clements up next. He's leaving this bottom open, which is a foolish move on his part. He's going to slide down and block it off, but as we get into him, he's not going to be able to hold the bottom. He slides all the way up to the top behind the 25. Gonna get this inside line moving here as ourselves and I think this is Sanchez right behind us. Start laying into the cars in front. Oh my God, there was nowhere to go. Sanchez was just shoving me through Fincham there. Now we're going to get to the inside of Zillage with the white flag in the air. Jesse Love in front of us. I'm going to give him a bump, try and get him out in front of everybody. That gives us the option to go around him now as it's clear. We'll give him another big bump onto the back straight. How about one more down the back straight? Here comes Sanchez. He's going to push us around him. That could be the winning move. Foot to the floor. Sanchez with a huge push on our back. He's still pushing. Push us all the way down into turn 3 there. Now he's going to back off a little bit, see if he can't find a spot to make the move. We're going to block to the top side. Here comes Almirola on the bottom. Sanchez going all the way to the wall to try and find room to get this pass done. He's going to do it. No. I was too focused on Almirola. We'll take second. Nick Sanchez gets the win. Oh, I thought Almirola was going to get a bigger run. I was getting ready to slide down there and block that off, and I just didn't get high enough for Sanchez to stay behind me. Damn. Well, round of applause for Sanchez. He takes the win over ourselves, Zillage, Love, Almirola, Hill, Clements, Baccarella, Gase, and Thompson. Quapple ended up just outside the top 10 there. Allgaier ended up 30th after that late spin. Jones was back there with him. Mayer also down there. Sawalich. So we'll pick up some points on Allgaier, but did not get that win to tie him for wins in the playoff standings. After the race, Nick went up and down the wall near flag stand signing autographs for young fans. The Xfinity Series is lucky to have such a positive ambassador of the sport. I think Sam Mayer thinks we're a jerk. I think that's what that said. Sorry, Sam. On to the Cup side here. It'll be a little bit longer of a race, maybe closer to 5 lap stages for 1 and 2. Let's get ready to shake. Oh, we get a flyover. Look at that. Start your engines.
Get her started now. Time to go.
24 laps for the race. Here we go. We got Blaney to our right.
Green, green, green.
We're going to
Outside now.
get 2 racing here as the green flag comes out. I think that's Elliott dead ahead in front of us. 2 Penske's, 2 Hendricks, and then Blaney and myself. Wallace on our rear bumper. And Reddick, oh, both the 2311 guys. Both meaning, excluding Herbst from that. Oh, almost pulled a Hocevar and did a downshift. Too many downshifts. We're going to call that pulling a Hocevar now. Ooh, this bottom lane is not going. We're going to get on the back of Blaney. It's 7 lap stages, by the way. So it'll probably be 7, 7, and 10. Huge run off the bumper of Bubba Wallace. Look at that. We're just dispatching, guys. We're going to get into the back of Byron, who kind of half slid down to make a block. Couldn't really stop. I had the 23 fully in my trunk. We're not going to pit. Early caution here in Talladega for the Cup race. Pace car's off. We're going back to green this time behind Blaney. We've got the 45 to our left. Got 2 Penske's up in front of us and then a Penske down back to our left. 23 on our rear bumper again. Let's see who he pushes me through this time. He's actually going to try and get away from us. We're going to jump down behind Cindric as well. Be 2 to go when we get back to the line here for stage 1. The 9 on the move today outside. The 48's out there in the 3rd lane. Nobody's up there helping him though. Shoot to the inside of Cindric. Oh my god, the 23. It's going to get us up the inside of the 45 as well. Get in the back of Briscoe. He's pushing Kyle Larson out there in the front, but the Penske's are too fast. Blaney's just going to push Logano clear of the field. The two of them blocking right now. Holding on to the front, trying to control this field. I'm going to get to the back of Larson, try and push him past them. He might be getting up the inside of the 12. He does. Here comes the 2, though, to try and bring reinforcements for the Penske crew. Logano's still blocking this bottom lane. That's going to give Blaney a chance to go to the lead. 45 pushes the 12 out there. Lots of Fords. Actually, Ford, Chevys, Toyotas, everybody in that outside lane. We have Ford, Chevy, Toyota at the front of this lane, although the Toyota and Ford of Blaney and Reddick are going to drop down in front of it. It's going to be one to go at the line. Big push to the back of Logano. Big hit from the 20. 45 and the 12 are going to get swallowed up. We're now 4th back in line. We're getting Logano all kinds of messed up trying to push this bottom line forward. The 2's going to go to the back of the 9 now. There goes Logano. He's done with me. That's fine. There goes Gilliland. He's done with me. I'm going to get to pull all the way up to Keselowski here. Give him a big shot. Final lap of stage 1. We're pushing Keselowski to the lead. The 20's pushing us. I think the 20 will go with us. Oh, he's going to go already. Come on. Hit me, Christopher. Oh, we don't even need you, but we're going to take it. It's another stage 1 win. And a playoff point.
Pit road is open.
Everybody pitting. We only have 4 laps of fuel left. I do have some damage, apparently. We got slammed by the 20, and we hit the 24 as he went around, so I'm sure something in there damaged us. We're going to stay on the front row, though, with Bell, Barry all the way up, Chastain as well. Moved up into the top 5 there.
There's the green flag.
Back to racing here for stage 2. We'll see if there's another early caution or not. 7 laps again is the distance here for stage 2.
Stay low.
We'll get up through the gears. Bell has the Chevy of Chastain behind him. We've got the Ford of Barry. We'll wait for Barry to figure out that he can push. While the outside lane goes by. Barry still hasn't found a way to get to our rear bumper. Christopher Bell will take over the lead for the moment. And here we come with a huge head of steam. Gonna just lift off just to get to the back of the bumper. Joe Logano, we don't want to push him too hard. He tried to go up the inside, but Chastain kind of slid down and cut it off. Logano jumped on the brakes there. Trying not to push the guy too hard here. Now we get up the inside of Logano. Maybe Chastain as well as Keselowski's going to give us a big shot. The inside of the 20. To the lead. Put your foot to the floor. See if we can just drive away from this field now. Have to block Keselowski maybe. He's going to try and make a move to the outside. Not going to work, I don't think. Here comes Gilliland now. 5 to go in the stage. Alright, we're coming back to 2 to go now. We have Carson Hocevar behind us. We've been leading this whole way. Keselowski actually going to get behind us now as we're going to slide back down in front of him. Barry also on the move. Larson on the move. So is Gilliland. They were 5 wide there for a second. trying to get to the front here, coming to the end of the stage. There goes Gilliland for the lead. White flag's gonna be in the air when we get back to the line. Here comes Larson and Keselowski. Keselowski pushes us back to the lead. We're gonna take the white flag first. Can we stay there all the way back around? Chastain looks to the top side. He's going to be on the front of Byron, I think that is, and Larson. 3 Chevys to the outside, trying to make it work. Big push coming from the Hendrick guys. Keselowski's going to give us a push. We're going to nose back ahead of Chastain, going off into 3. The Hendrick guys get rid of Chastain now. They both go to the top side, trying to go for a stage win. That's going to bog them down a bit. We're going to be able to stay in front of Keselowski here. Is Byron able to get a late run? I don't think he's going to be. We're going to win stage 2.
Yeah, baby, that's a stage win right there.
2 playoff points and 20 points on the board already for us.
Pit road's open this time.
Back down the pits again.
You want to make any changes here? Pit it now, fellas. Here we come.
Alright, here we go. Getting ready to go back to racing for the final stage. Blaney to our right side there on the front row. Bowman, Byron, Larson, all the Hendrick guys right behind us. I'm sure Elliott's not too far behind. In fact, that may be Elliott on the outside lane there behind Byron. We get back up to speed here. That is Elliott out there, so it's Blaney and I versus all the Hendrick guys. There goes Blaney with the Hendrick guys. Chastain's still here. There goes Gilliland. Love it if Bowman gave me a little nudge. There we go. We probably will need a pit stop at some point in this stage. I don't know if it'll be green or yellow, though. So we come up behind Byron and give him a big shove. Shoot back to the bottom off the nose of Bowman. Take the lead. Bowman gets us way out in front, too. Look at that. Gonna try and get up here and stay up here for as long as possible. This win would be huge, a second of the season. Like we were talking about earlier with our intermediate pace with this car so far, it's not out of the question. I think we could get another 1 or 2 of those. And by another, I mean 1 or 2 of those. We haven't gotten one yet. But that would put us in a great spot for the playoffs if we could get like 4 to 5 wins. Oh, it's going to almost turn us as we go up the inside of Byron. We are under 10 to go here. We've got 6 more laps of fuel, which actually takes us to lap 23, so we'll be close on fuel. I assume the rest of the drivers here are going to come down in like 3 or so laps to put some fuel in it. We'll see. I'll try, unlike the Xfinity race, to notice when they start pitting. I didn't even notice when they started pitting in Xfinity. Didn't really matter because then Allgaier went around and inevitably the cycle did not continue. Gilliland going to jump to the outside now off the bumper of the 20, I think that is. He's going to take the 24 with him as well. They're going to go to the outside and try and take this lead, and they will. Bowman's going to jump up pretty quick, though, to make sure we don't fully get past. We're going to go back by the 34. We've got the lead back. this is just going to be a kind of yo-yo to the end kind of deal. Here comes the 34 back again. 24 actually, at 2 is on the third lane there, trying to make a little bit of a run. You see the 34 now knows his way forward. There goes Cindric down to the pits. So they are starting to come down to the pits here. I was a little late on my prediction for the pit call. I thought they'd come down a few more laps from now, but not quite. We'll see how many come by down this lap. I think I might come down at the end of lap 20. Just for a splash and go. We were robbed of many green flag cycles at Daytona earlier this year. Let's see if we can get a good green flag pit cycle here at Talladega. We're going to follow Bowman up to the top. I'm going to let him go. Blaney's on the bottom here. He's going to get to our rear bumper now. There's 3 cars that came down for that first pit cycle. We've actually kind of split into 2 packs here now as well. I don't know if that was the pit cycle that kind of pulled everybody apart or not. Another handful of cars come down that time. I'm going to come down this next time. I should actually set that.
Alright, let us know what adjustments you need.
I'm just going to do half a can. That is fine. 5 to go. Here we go. We're going to come down this time just to hopefully come down with people for sure. If not in our group, that group behind, hopefully we'll have some people peel off. I don't know why our group is going so much faster than them. Maybe they're saving fuel. Although people from that group were pitting, so I don't know. There goes Chastain to the lead. Laney's going to get up to the back of us and give us a little nudge. Elliott trying to go to the inside of Chastain. 3 wide for the lead. We'll take it back. We're going to drop down off the track now, hard on the brakes. The 4 is going to go up the inside of us. Kyle Busch is going to try and spin us. Oh, and we just dead stopped when we got past the line. That was interesting. Alright, we're going to get out behind Gragson and Busch. We're going to have Allmendinger behind us. Hopefully he gives a good push. I don't think they push until you get back onto the track, so we'll have to just wait for that. Elliott's still in the lead. I believe he's pitting here. So 34 takes the lead. There goes Cindric, Saint Smith, Josh Berry. Those were the first few cars that came down and pitted. We got to hopefully get a push from Allmendinger and catch back up to them. We're 33rd for the moment, but still have a pit cycle to go. I think right now Busch and Gragson up there are the, like, leaders, in quotes. Those are the cars that we kind of need to get to. We need more of a push from Allmendinger here. There we go. Now we're starting to move forward. Dow is behind Allmendinger. We're going to go by all these guys that just came down and pitted. Keselowski's in there. Haley. Gibbs. Some of them are going to get out in front of us, though. Malicki's in there as well. Get a bit of a draft, and then we're going to jump to the top side, go around. These guys, the 20 and the 48 in there. Might be able to hook onto the back of this little pack up here now. That is essentially the lead. It looks like, I can't tell who that is out in front of this pack, but they are going to cycle to the lead, I would think. Kind of no man's land right now. We're not really drafting off that pack ahead, but the pack behind hasn't caught up yet. Running out of time. It's going to be 2 to go at the line here. Come on, Bowman, give me a big shove. There we go. See if anybody saved fuel and can make it to the end. That'll really throw a wrench in everybody's plans here. Custer, get out of the way. Get back by Larson. The 41's on the move. I should have stayed in front of him. Larson's going to give me a good push, hopefully. Well, he kind of did. Give me a little shove. The 24 still on the track, has not pitted yet. He's leading a small pack up there, it looks like, of guys that have been saving. Let me go around Logano here. I don't want to slow up my momentum to try and push him.
Clear low. One more time, buddy. One more time.
White
Straight.
flag in the air. The 24, if he can make it back, is going to win this on fuel mileage.
One low.
What's the furthest up we can get here? Looks like Josh Berry's leading this group. We're pulling up to right now. Blaney and Hamlin kind of pull up, slow up some momentum a little bit. We're going to go up the inside. Big push. Oh, the 24's coming onto pit road. Oh, are they going to get back to the line on pit road before we get there? Hocevar's going to win. He saved enough fuel. Getting a big shove from Dylan. He's going to shove us past his teammate through the middle. The 77 wins it. We take second place in both races. Hocevar saves fuel. Gets to the end. It's going to be Hocevar, ourselves, Dylan, Berry, Priest, Busch, Gregson, Smith, Elliott, and Suarez. Larson, Cindric, Logano, Blaney, Bowman, Briscoe, Hamlin, Bell. All outside the points. This is not F1. All outside the top 10. Jones also down there. Byron, Reddick. Keselowski dead last somehow. Wild. 5,926 rep. We don't really need the rep anymore because we're not going for another series. Some hot words from Carson Hocevar after a big win at the Jack Links 500. This wasn't a fluke. I am the driver to beat, and y'all need to step it up. That sounds like Carson Hocevar. Second place in Xfinity. Second place in Cup. 54 points on the Xfinity side, 55 on the Cup side, just because we got both stage wins on the Cup side. We only got one on the Xfinity side. And like $400-ish thousand go into the bank. We were decently nice to the cars that weekend. Just some bumping and banging in the draft. Nothing too crazy. We got our maxed out Cup car up next time. Let's take a look at the standings after 2 non-wins, but 2 good points days. On the Xfinity side, we're still second to Allgaier. We didn't get that win, so we're going to stay second until we can get as many wins as him. We are second in playoff points, too, though. Right now, Gray, Smith, and Creed, Gray, Smith, Creed, and Almirola are all pointing their way in. Eckes, Quappel, Sieg, and Jones are on the outside looking in by 30-plus points right now. With that win, Sanchez locks his way in and is ahead of Burton on points, so that should put him pretty comfortably into the playoffs, even if we get a bunch of winners here late. I wouldn't be surprised to see Almirola, Creed, and maybe even Gray and Smith I could see winning races late, so there is possibly some winners that could still come and push people down that have wins out of the playoffs. We've got Texas and Charlotte coming up next, then Nashville, Pocono, Echo Park, Chicago, Sonoma, Dover, Indianapolis, Iowa, Watkins, Glen, Daytona, and WWT, aka Gateway. Still to go before we reach the playoffs, so that's what's going on at Xfinity. On the Cup side, open that up. Take a look at the standings here. Kyle Larson's at the top with 4 wins over Elliott with 2. Then Byron, Blaney, myself, and now Hocevar have a win apiece. Only 6 different winners so far on the Cup side. Bell, Briscoe, Hamlin, Reddick, Buescher, Chastain, Bowman, Busch, and Logano, and Wallace, sorry, all currently in, but 1 point behind Wallace is Brad Keselowski, Gibbs, Priest, Cindric, all down there as well, looking to fight their way in. We've got Texas and Kansas up. Then we have the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro. Could snag $1 million there to, help out with buying new parts as we move forward. We want to get all our parts on the Cup side to level 11 before we get to the playoffs, so we have a good chance at a run to a championship, maybe. Texas is up next. We've been immensely fast in the Cup car at the mile and a half, so we'll see if that continues next time. But that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching. No wins, a double second place today. We'll take it though, as we have 1.6 million in the bank now and plenty of money to keep working on these cars. Don't forget to like and subscribe as we continue NASCAR every day on our way to NASCAR 26. See you tomorrow. Have a good one.